Hello, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, techies and non-techies. This is the Don't Be Afraid podcast. I always like to emphasize how this is like the latest podcast ever. And I am your host, Jemilat Oiza Muhammad Jamiu. And I have with me here Precious DK,
Halima Isa,
Tolu Hundiri.
our chairman. How are you guys? How you doing?
We're doing good. We're fine.
How's your way here to this place?
It's fine.
Great. Tolu,
Mine, I already said it earlier on now. Leave me alone. Yeah, it was easy. It wasn't bad. She wasn't bad, actually. And it's sort of...
I've left you alone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, it's my job. No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. We're in July. How do we get to July? It's like January and then phew, it's already July. And a lot has happened so far. We'll just be doing a recap of, this episode is going to be a recap of, you know, all that has happened from January to now and how our experience have been so far, the first half of the year, you know, what we look forward to as the year is coming to an end. So
Oh, don't worry. We've got some newbies on here.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
You can't see them, but we roped them in and forced them here. So you've got Precious who's raring to go, and you got Halima who has a permanent scared. This you know how people talk about
Scared look.
Yeah, you have this talk about resting.
I'm about to enter the ground.
Exactly, resting bitch face.
Enter the ground.
Yeah, resting bitch face. But Halima has a resting scared face. They're totally petrified about this, and she's unfortunately sitting next to me as well, which I think makes it even worse. So bear with us. Okay, yeah. But we're ready. They will talk.
Yeah, they will, definitely. How has your year been? I mean, half of your year been?
Pretty fast. Like, I don't even remember. Like, I don't know how how it's July already.
Right.
I don't understand it. Yeah. It was like January 2 weeks ago, and now it's July. And July is ending.
Tell me about it. Precious, how was yours?
Oh, wow. What can I say? It has been really, really amazing. I can't believe it. Before we were already saying Happy New Year. We're already in July, from January to July. Wow. So fast.
How was yours, Tolu?
Yeah, it's not been bad. It's been interesting. I mean, would you call it lots going on? I think you've had, we've had new government. We've had the elections. We've had,
Yesterday with Cash Crunch now.
Yeah.
Yesterday with Cash Crunch.
Started with the Cash Crunch and we got over that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's amazing that...
we survived that.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah. You know how you get into these things where you sort of force yourself into a habit? Mm-hmm. I haven't used an ATM this year.
Wow.
I have not. And it's now becoming a sort of like a challenge to see whether I can go through the whole year. Without going through. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the cash crunch. Yeah, because that sort of got me into the habit of I'm actually stockpiling cash at home now. Mm-hmm. Not that I have that much cash anyway to stockpile, but I sort of find that every chance I get to keep cash,
you keep
I do, and I struggle to use it. Just because I think I'm still in that lack mindset and the fear of it. So the way I get my cash right now is I go.
What's your secret?
No, my secret is this: is that I work. Church I attend, I help out in the vestry, and everybody, and then we count the
donations.
Thank you very much. The contributions and what you got collections, and what we then do is she spoke. Sorry, no. I had to stop. Sorry, no, guys. You don't understand. Sorry. And that wasn't even prompted.
It was a very bad joke.
Oh no, that's okay. That's still go on. Say it again.
Say it again. You said you were you had to count the donations, and I was like, oh, the dough. That was just it. So yeah, very bad.
That
joke.
was what she said.
So he's thinking, no, I didn't hear it.
The dough. You're not word for car. Yeah.
Okay. So I thought it was we used to use dough when in my day. I thought you guys would have some new young Gen Z.
She's going back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. So yeah. So
to all the decades.
Yeah. So what should you call it? So yeah. So I. So what I didn't do is I didn't transfer. and take the cash instead, which makes it easier for them because they don't have to pay it in.
Yeah.
So that's the way I do it at the moment. And I think I've also got like a bit of trauma from dealing with POS people.
Oh.
Yeah, because they weren't, because you know that cash crunch, the prices was just went.
Yes.
And it was amazing. So that part of it's been interesting. That part of it's been interesting. Then we overcame that. Then we had the elections, and I think that was I ran away.
The tip of the iceberg.
No, I know. I was lucky enough. I ran away, and then they bloody delayed the governor ones. I came back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that was interesting, and then the rest of it's been, fast. It's been fast.
Pretty
really
fast.
Yeah,
Pretty,
very fast. Yeah, but as we always say, this here we thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't it? We always say that.
Thankful for life.
Exactly. Exactly. We're grateful. Yes. Yeah. What about you? You haven't said that was it for you.
True. From January up to now, how was it?
I mean, Tolu has pretty much said it. There was a cash crunch election, but I don't think anything really interesting happened. Oh, my parents traveled, so I'm like alone with my siblings.
Okay, travel to come as in temporary or?
No, not temporary.
Not that they've relocated and jackpot.
They jackpot, but they won't be back in like many years to come.
Too many years.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
I don't know when. It doesn't look like it's going to be soon because they have to settle and get a job and all that. So it's going to be a while for their back. So I think that's like the major shaker of my first half of the year.
Oh,
So
wow.
now you've taken the mommy mantle.
Yeah.
No, that's huge. That is huge.
really
How many siblings? How many siblings and stuff?
For it to count with step, there would be like 10.
Wow. How are you coping with that? And like,
Am I not yet?
like,
Yeah.
So you're playing mom. You're playing mom and everything to everybody now.
Doing
That's
that.
major, man. It's major. Well done, and you're still here. You're still standing.
Fighting.
You're still standing. Okay. Alrighty.
So,
But that's also been an interesting thing about that.
Change.
The jackpot thing is still is
The kind of effect it has on you.
yeah,
It's like
you
a
don't-
new reality. You're trying to get through it, and it's I don't even know how to put it into words. It's like really huge. It's it's a new reality for me, and I'm like getting to wave through it and all of that. So and it's been pretty fast actually. The year has been pretty fast. I mean, how we almost get into December already.
Like
No, I wouldn't really say it's scary. I like that it's fast, but it's like, and then you're counting, oh my God, my goals. What have I achieved?
It's just
You're looking at things that you need to do and what you have to achieve, and it's just like really, really mind blowing how far. And if you sometimes it might feel like you haven't really done much because of how fast it's
like
going,
you're just
you
stuck
know.
in a position.
You know,
Everybody is just, like,
and the world
moving.
is moving and you're just like in one place in the middle of a sea. So yeah, that's it really.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. But wow, it's an interesting. I think you beat all of us. You beat all of us. That's major. That's major. But yeah. But they say what doesn't kill you. I'm sorry.
Makes you stronger.
Yeah, but that's such bullshit. It is. It's the cliches that, what do you call it? That it's like it doesn't have to kill me to still damage me.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's like that takes some doing. So kudos, man, kudos.
Yeah.
So suddenly now the rest of it stuff we're going to talk about doesn't sound like as important. It's like, okay, how do we follow that up? No, sorry, because I mean I know this session was going to be about talking about half year. I mean, what's the half year been and what's been happening in tech? But I mean, sorry, I mean, got to digress and
you always digress.
and hate you. Because I always find these conversations. I always think that the topic is a starter, and that if you listen, the conversations I find that as you're having a conversation, someone says something, and then suddenly oh my goodness, that's another interesting interesting thing. Like now you mentioned this thing, and it's like I can't imagine how many people are dealing with that reality at the moment. I mean, we talk about, and everybody spins it as a good thing. That jackpot thing, it's been the big thing. And what we're used to is that idea that, okay, listen, our economy is bad and Nigeria is bad and all that kind of stuff. But we then hear of the person who's gone to go and study, and on the last week goes, oh, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But to then see this and hear that the parents are going to try and make a better life and what that implication is.
Yeah.
And then, like, for example, so that I find interesting. I mean, and stuff. So, sorry, and it is, please, as I said, we have the topic, but you digress. So please, you have the right to pull me back in. But or else I'll keep going.
All right.
How old is your youngest sibling?
She's 9 currently, but she'll be 10 next month.
Okay, alrighty. Okay. And so you're overseeing the whole household?
Yeah.
Okay, alrighty. Okay. How has it been?
Okay, so it happened March. It happened February, March, and when I got the news, I thought she was joking, and I was just looking at her. She was like, "Wouldn't you wish me well?" And I was like, "You're joking. You're not serious. You're playing with me." And I didn't take her seriously until when I saw that, okay, flights were being booked, market runs and everything. I was like, this is really happening, no.
Shocking.
And it kept on getting really real as the day goes by, and until it actually happened. And I really cried because I couldn't fathom having to deal. I feel like I'm still trying to navigate life myself, and I need my mommy to be here. Where you leaving me? Where you going to? So, and then having to not have that physical. It's not as if we actually fight a lot when she was around, but nothing beats having your mom physically close by to you.
Right.
And then having to now play the next big person, because the change that comes with, you don't really see it coming. You have to be the bigger person. You have to deal with life yourself, deal with your siblings, school, be their cheerleader, their supporter and everything. And so Jemilat, I'm sick, I'm this, and I'm like, and then I have my own stuff to deal with too. And then it's just like, the times I just feel like, but then it's really sweet because I think they make it easy for me too. My younger sister is always, I think she's my kind of person. She's the Atachi Gomin kind of person. So there's always the good night hugs and kisses, and whenever they see that I'm in a not so good mood, there's a care, what's wrong with you? If she sees me crying, she joins me and she cries. And I feel like it's a new phase and we're just sailing through it. We're not really sure how we want to navigate, but we're taking it day at a time. So yeah.
Okay. Where did they move to?
UK, London.
London. Okay. Alrighty. How's the settling in?
School, work. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Because it is. I can't imagine that thing of, how quickly you're having to grow up.
Yes, growing up quickly.
Yeah. So it's what do you call it? Kudos. And it's not easy.
Yeah. Right now I'm complaining. How will I take care of my younger sister? And I'm the only one in the house. My dad hardly comes back home. Maybe Friday. Sometimes Friday, yes, but I was thinking, how will I take care of my sister? Me complaining. Right now, I'm seeing you 10. You're really strong.
Some of them don't really stay close. So we have they stay a little far from us, but I still have to keep up. But I have 4 with me that I have to be a part of. Then the other, I just check up on them via phone, and then they come holidays, go back, visits, go back, and stuff like that.
Alrighty. Okay. Oh, wow. That's still major. That is still major. I mean, I was just thinking about it, and sorry, and it's a morbid thing, but I remember my cousin whose mom died, and he was 27. I remember him talking about him. He was the eldest, and I think his younger sisters. He's 27. They would have been. They were teenagers and stuff like that, and him having to, pick that role up immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a immediately younger sister as well. But again, then she's about to get married, stuff like that and stuff. And so it's a real sort of like a fast track growing up and stuff. And it was, and it is very, very challenging. It's very challenging.
Really challenging.
Yeah. But I mean, oh wow. But you were saying, sorry, Precious, you're saying that, sorry, and again, it's really weird, sorry, everyone who's listening, because we work together.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of thing where I don't think there's 2 things. There's one that, and I remember somebody saying it before, somebody used to work there, where they come in and you go, how you doing? And you just go, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right, and that's it. And everyone just goes, okay, yeah, that's fine, and we move on. But you never go beyond skin deep.
Yeah.
And the minute someone goes, I'm not fine, you go, oh shit, you're not meant to say that. You're just meant to say, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Now I have to stand here and
Yeah,
ask.
listen,
and
okay,
ask
what's
what
wrong?
this is. Like, okay, all right, somebody get me out of this. Please. And so we never really go skin deep. We never go beyond the skin deep.
Yeah.
And then also because you also don't want to get too personal because you don't know, you don't want to pry too much.
Yeah.
So there's that sort of, and it's amazing what everyone's going through and stuff like that. And you live in your own bubble, which is natural. But so you were saying, Precious, that you two have got, I mean, like, how many of you are there?
Right now, I have 4 sisters, 3 elders, but right now they're not in the country.
Okay.
Just me and my younger sister. My mom is late. May her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
And I really don't know how to juggle everything because she's always coming to me, Precious, I need this help, I need that. It's always tiring, but I still have to be the mom, sister she needs and all that. But as time goes on, I just have to do it because she has no one. My dad hardly comes back. Friday, sometimes he comes back, because he's a doctor, medical doctor. He owns his own hospital in Ogun State at the moment. Yeah, so comes back Friday, leaves Sunday to take time for us to see him again, unless we go to his hospital and visit him and all that. But when she said 10, I said, okay, Precious, stop complaining. You are just taking care of just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old is your sister?
She's 19.
That's
She's 19.
that's Gen Z.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You
you're...
need people. Huh? Go on.
Yeah, her name is Cherish. Yeah.
Cherish, okay,
Yeah,
but
she's-
for you Gen Z people, that always need somebody.
for
and
attention.
And that's,
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, great. Have I got anything? No, I don't. Sorry. Mine is, nope, nothing. This year's, and touch word has been, in that respects of it, nothing on the family front of major happenings. Sorry, we're going to put resting fair face in the spot and ask, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
And yeah, the year has been good to me so far. Yeah, no, well, actually that's a lie. I mean, obviously we're all struggling with one thing or another, but yeah, but all in all, this year I've been trying to find myself again, and trying to get to know me better since ever since I moved to Lagos. I know I was not staying in Lagos before, and moving there was a huge deal to me, and it was a big change. And I just when I go here, everybody has a thing or two that they're doing, and they're it's as if they've all had themselves figured out. And then there's me, just there. I spent the past years trying to get in the right mental space, and so I was why should that be an excuse? So this year I've been trying to improve myself and get better at the things that I do.
Okay. Yeah. No, because again, is challenging and traumatic, and the idea of moving into a new city. And Lagos is tough, man.
Lagos is overwhelming.
It is.
It's actually overwhelming.
And everybody's angry here.
Yes.
Why? Where's all that
anger from? I mean, right from the start, when you leave your house, you have to. It's almost like you have to make a mental note that nobody is going to get me angry today. I matter, and I am in charge of my emotions. Anyone that tries to get me angry, you're not important in my life. I have to
Bus conductor.
Exactly. I usually make mental notes before I leave the house. Nobody is going to get me angry. This is because 1 minute you're in charge of your emotions, the next minute you see that someone is trying to piss you off, and you're trying to Lagos is a lot. I beg, it's a lot.
It is really
a lot.
But I mean, because mine is when you talk about that thing of controlling emotions, it is that thing of now I'm getting to the stage where I'm usually a very calm person, and it's something I work at. But there's something about getting into the car when I drive or watching driving that just triggers me immediately, and not a bit of road rage kind of thing. But I just no, I can't understand. I honestly think that Nigerians or Lagosians are so illogical about driving. And when it comes to driving, I'm a black and white, not a most part of life. I'm grays. So I understand that. Listen, look, I don't get it. So I'm constantly coming out and going, listen, Lord, just give me the strength to get out, come back home without without. And then the worst part is there was one a week or so ago. I was going somewhere and I got there, and little thing like I'm trying to park, and there's a car in the way, probably an Uber. So I beep, and the people get into the Uber, and it's that kind of thing. Like for me, it was a lack of consideration, because if the car had moved forward a bit, I could have then parked, but you don't. You're blocking the way. The people are then getting into it, and then after they get into the car, you're still doing something else, and it's like, but Mr. Man, I've already been patient enough, and if you were just to move ahead, I would do that. So I started beeping. I just put my hand on the horn. I was just beep, 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 beep. As I parked, the people that were there, there's some people there that were looking at me, and I just got and said, "What are you looking at?" Blah, blah, blah. And the person said, it wasn't even their fault. The person said, "Oh no, I was saying that the person should be parking like that." I said, "Oh,
okay,
yes, yes, I agree with you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, thank you." So I try, and it's something now that I'm almost getting to the stage where when I get in the car, I have to close my eyes. Just that, listen, I'm going to do the journey, because I'm lucky enough to have a driver sometimes. I just go, listen, I'm going to close my eyes until I get back home. That's it. I don't want to see. I'm not going to look around. I'm not going to deal with people. But Lagos is challenging. I think, so dealing with, from a mental, because this is, we were going to talk tech, but from a mental health point of view and a mental strength point of view, a lot of this stuff is pointed towards that. So how do you cope? How it is. I've used the cliche, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it can break you.
Yes, it can.
It can break you, and it takes a lot of strength. I always sort of say that, my personality, I don't understand that. I don't understand depression. And I know that's something like, I'm very much look, just get on with it. Look, and it's, I don't know whether they say it's stiff upper lip kind of thing, because I was at boarding school from the age of 9, and not even Nigeria. I was in another country, so I've just been used to the fact you get on with it. You break your leg, no, it's fine. You just get on with it, kind of stuff. So I don't understand that sort of like kind of thing. But some stuff has happened. My mom went through it, and that taught me a lot. And I suddenly started going back and going, oh my God, this is a real thing. So it takes a lot of impact. Halima, you talked about getting to know yourself, and what do you mean? And sorry, guys, listen, look, this is, you didn't sign up for anything personal. Sorry, you didn't sign up for anything personal. So at any point you can go, let's talk tech, and we'll talk tech, or else let's go down this route. I'm really curious. You talked about getting to know yourself better, or getting to know yourself again. Use the word again. What did you mean?
Well, a couple of years ago, I became an orphan, and so a few months later, my sister died, and so everything just became bleak from there. And what I just wanted to do was just to survive and get by each day, just keep pushing it till, maybe I grow up and have a family of my own, and, live life and just die.
Mm-hmm.
And so also those couple of years, they were really, really hard for me, because apart from that, there was I had so many mental, like, I don't want to say mental disorders. I suffered through them, and it was hard because I didn't really get what was happening at first, but later I was able to manage them. So things started getting bright again.
Okay, alrighty. And you say you managed them, because again, there's that thing of, did you get outside help? Did you understand you're going something?
I got help.
So you understood you needed help.
Yeah,
you went and got it. Okay. I know that's good. I think part of it, I really do believe that's our culture does not accept that. Our culture doesn't understand it.
Oh yeah, I told my auntie. She said I need to get out more. That's. She said it's because I'm always inside. That's why I get all those thoughts, and I'm like,
oh no, I'm sorry. I say that to people as well, because I always say to people about open the curtains. Like my routine these days is every morning I go for my workout. Yes, okay, yeah, you can't see it. What are you looking at? You can't.
looking at
thank you very much.
I'm not looking at it.
She's looking at the six pack. Yes,
No.
she's looking at the six pack. But it is. I'm like just even being outside and my knees can't handle jogging anymore. So the walk, I know the benefits of just being out and stuff. So I very much believe in just let the sunlight in. The day comes in. So I mean that's it. But also understanding that thing of that there is more. There's more depth. It was interesting. My mum, she died. It's gonna be 4 years now. And she went through depression. Honestly, believe that she went through depression, and at that point where what we did was I made sure because she'd lie in bed and she'd face the wall, and when we had a carer for her, but I made sure that we didn't put the TV in her room because I felt that listen, look, if we do that, she has no reason to get up.
Yeah.
That we need to put it in the sit room so that there's a reason, there's a routine of get up and go. And it was weird. It was there. Somebody I know much later on said, "Oh no," because it wasn't something that was diagnosed. So look, she's ill and sort of that she's gonna get better and stuff. And then okay, and then suddenly after a while you start realizing, listen, look, this is more than that. And somebody I know, somebody one day came and went, listen, look, who I think had been through it, and so I said, oh no. She's depressed and said, no, there needs to be noise. There needs to be noise. And I didn't understand that. So the TV should have been in there because that was, so, but you think that, okay, look, there's a logic to this thing. There's a way to do it. So you do need guidance and you do need help. So how did you go about looking for the help?
Oh, well, a friend of mine came to me. She noticed that I started my behaviors changed, and she came to me and she was like, oh, Halima, I think you have this. And I'm like, well, what is that? And she said, this is what it means. And she knows somebody in another friend of mine came to me, and then he told me that he knows somebody in a non-governmental organization. They deal with mental health issues, and so he linked me up with a therapist, and from there
Can I just say how brave you are? Really, honestly, just even having the conversation and being able to have this thing, because again, there is that I say our culture does not deal with this. So to have the wherewithal to be able to stay, and I'm really honestly, I think you're really, really strong and really brave, and kudos to you. So I mean, but how long did it take? How long did it take to sort of feel that you were better? Did you know it? Because you sort of said your friend came in and identified it to you. Did you know? So was it them? Was it sort of like, oh, somebody else has seen it now? Or was it a matter of like, oh, really, I didn't know? Did you know that you were going through something?
I did know I was going through something. I just thought, I was being dramatic. I was like, what is going on? No, normal people don't go through this. Get over it. But then every day kept getting worse. It kept getting worse. Mm-hmm. And so, I think getting to know what happened really, really helped me. Okay. Because that was the first step in getting better, especially going online and seeing that so many people also had it. They also talked about their own experience. I'm like, I relate to that. That is what happened to me. So I'm not alone in this after all. So, from there.
But I always find online so dangerous because of that. That there is that, the positive, and then again, it's that sort of you open yourself up that, how do you screen out the negative? The guys who do then say, oh, you're just being dramatic. How do you, because it's a very real thing. And we talk about the dangers of, the dangers of social media on people's mental health. So, were you intentional about going and say, listen, look, I'm only going to look for this kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That was immediately she told me that this might be what I have. I went online and I looked for the symptoms, and she was like, don't self-diagnose. You don't know yet.
You're going to ask, that was going to be the next thing. That was going to be the huge thing.
She was like, don't self-diagnose. You don't know yet. You have to speak to a professional first, but this is what I think you have. This is because of because I used to self-harm actually, and there were bite marks all over my arm, and I guess she noticed that too. And she really helped me a lot.
Yeah, really.
2 friends. To both of them, a boy and a girl, they both really helped me and got out of that dark space that I was in. Although I went back in, but for that time, yeah.
So do you have the tools? Do you think you have the tools now? Do you understand what's good? Do you have the tools to see it coming, to then cope with it?
Yes, actually. In my there's a name for it in my religion. So if it comes, they tell me, like, even though it's very hard to ignore, it's just there's a rule that says just ignore. Like, if they just count it as devil whispers for some reason. It's called waswas in my religion.
Waswas, no, so, and that's when you say your religion being Islam. Okay. I thought maybe there was some other religion that, because but Islam, okay.
Yeah, it's called waswas. So they just, which literally translates to devil whispers. So they just said, although it's not just devil whispers, obviously, because it's affecting your everyday life. So they just said, when it's time for prayer and you hear those thoughts, ignore. It's not a part of. It's just the devil trying to distract you from worshiping God, trying to distract you from, performing your right as a Muslim or something similar to that. So yeah, I guess that helped. That helped the prayer part, the prayer aspect a lot. And so the everyday aspect was when my uncle came to me and he told me he also has, I don't know if the mental illness I had was OCD. So I don't know if OCD is hereditary, but he told me that he had it, and so it relates to what I'm saying. So after then, I began searching for help, like myself, trying to know the ways and method in which I can manage this the disorder. Okay. Yeah. I was able to manage it, but I heard that it can't be cured, but you can manage it. So sometimes it comes out, and sometimes I'm able to overcome it.
Okay. Thank you. As I said, I think that's extremely brave and the stuff, and the kind of strength that it takes to get through that, just to be able to pull through. I think it's phenomenal, because I think that so many people would look at it as a weakness, about the fact that there's a weakness for you to have gotten into that, and I think that's the challenge. That's the thing but also without realizing the kind of strength it takes to pull yourself out of it, the kind of strength it takes to get yourself out of it. I know, and this is going to be sound really flippant. I know the struggle to give up Coke, drink, and just not the sniffing, but the drinking of it, and that's only, and it's not self-destructive. I'm lucky enough, that kind of thing, and that idea of addiction. So the strength it takes to pull yourself out of something that is that strong, I think it's really, really, really commendable and stuff. But so thanks for sharing it and stuff. But Jemilat, you've gone through quite a bit now. Because there's going to be what you call it? That's a hell of a bombshell from your mom. Was it sold to you as? Please, sorry, I'm going to. It's potentially very selfish.
No, I don't see it that way. Although some people did see it that way, I don't see it that way. Okay, since we're going a bit personal, let me just chip in. I'm like Halima too, myself. So after I lost my dad 2015, but he was already married to my mom. So she remarried, and hence the step siblings. And I was closer to my dad. I'm more of a daddy's girl. But after he passed, I sort of started getting closer to my mom in a way. So she's growing up. When you watch Yoruba movies, there's a perception of stepmoms that we all have.
It's not just Yoruba, like a universal thing.
But she's not like that.
Okay, so she's not your natural mom. She's your stepmom.
No. Yep.
Okay, that's what you mean. So sorry, just to clarify, your dad died in 2015, and
My biological mom died when I was 4.
Okay, alrighty, okay. So the lady that grew up, that was married to until he died in 2015, and you refer to your mom is your stepmom, kind of. Okay, sorry. Okay.
So she's not the Yoruba kind of mom or stepmom people would think. It's a wicked stepmom. She's very selfless, and she's done a great deal for us. A great deal for us. It's like when I was younger, she took care of us. So it just feels like tables have turned. And she needs to give that better life for us. And her husband went for study. She also wants to study. So something has to happen.
Without, and I keep saying, I apologize for asking something personal, then I go ahead and ask it. So I'm going to do it. So I apologize for asking, but if I may ask, how old is your stepmom? No, sorry. You call her your mom, sorry. Please, your mom, how old is your mom, if I may ask?
I think she's 40 something. I don't know the exact number, but I know she's in her 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to the UK now to study?
Yes.
Okay.
She wants to study.
Alrighty.
But she's working for now so that once her husband is done, she takes on her study as well. So as that happened, I have to take over. I mean, nobody is going to do it. I have to. And seeing as she's been there for like how many years, I think it's only natural that I should do that. Although I felt like I cannot. It felt overwhelming. I feel like I couldn't do. I feel like I can't do it because I still see myself as a baby sometimes, still in
Don't worry, I do as well. Don't worry.
Still in need of
Gen Z. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Still in need of the father's love, the mother's love. Yes, and then having to play both roles with the assistance of family members, but still having to play both close roles. I feel like I was strong-headed at first. I was like, I mean, life happens. Just do it. But I think what I failed to understand is that my kind of person cannot just do it. I need to go through those really painful emotions because I needed those emotions from them, but I can't get it. There's a distance. I can't get it. And I have to be there for myself, deal with my emotions for myself. And kids can be really, really they want attention a lot. And how do you show up? How do you show up for kids when you're also trying to show up for yourself, So yeah, just that. I don't see it as selfish, honestly. I don't see it as selfish in any way. Matter of fact, I think that I'm grateful this is happening because I wouldn't have learned what I'm learning now if this change didn't happen.
What are you learning? Because there's always, it's glass half full versus half empty. Mm-hmm. So you look at that kind of stuff and you're trying to see it. Mm-hmm. What do you think you've learned?
So I think I used to be a bit more harsher with kids. I don't think I like kids like that. But with my siblings, you're being forced to, whether you like it or not, you have to sit down and give them the attention that they want. So I'm learning how to be patient. I'm learning how to, be patient, understanding, and should I say play the mom figure and be helpful, be compassionate. I don't think I really had those in me before. But now that it's happening, I don't want to say I'm not seeing it, but I know I'll see it in the future. But I think I'm actually learning a great deal. It's teaching me a lot. Mm-hmm. Show love. With my sister most especially because I feel like we're so alike and she's really caring. Her mannerism of just last night before we went to bed, and then I think she noticed I was done and she just came to me are you fine? I'm going to bed though. I said, yeah, I know you're going to go to bed. And then she just climbed on me, and then she just gave me a peck on the cheek, and then she hugged me, I love you. And I say I love you to her, and then she goes to bed. And it happens like that most nights. And then in the mornings too, we give ourselves hug. I try to make sure that there are certain things we do to ensure that that love must stay amongst us as our parents are not currently around. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. And how do you keep in touch? I mean, do they have regular contact with the guys in London, or?
Yeah, we do. We make sure to call frequently. Although, if I feel like if you call every day, it gives there's a I miss you. That would always happen. So it's not as if it shouldn't happen, but we try to make sure that at least in a week we speak like 5 or 4 times. So yeah, there's frequent communication.
Okay. All right. No, again, I mean, sorry, I'm a firstborn, but I was lucky that, I mean, like, I've had a good life. I've had a pretty protected life. I know that. I'm very supported. I sort of talk about going to school at the age of 9 and being in boarding school, but my boarding school, I was sent abroad, so I studied in England. So that's not, I mean, what kind of hardship is that? And to be honest, I loved it. I mean, for me, being at home was the problem. It was it was absolutely the problem. So and then my parents were. I come from a polygamous family, so my dad sort of had more than one wife, but it was still very much. My mom was a real strong woman.
Yeah.
Very, very strong woman, stuff like that. So in that respect of being protected, it is, and so that exposure. I mean, like as a firstborn, yes, there's a lot of responsibilities. I have three younger siblings that then come in. But I know that I suppose the only times when I've had to step in and start to play firstborn and play the adult, I've been old enough to do that. You understand? So it hasn't been foisted on me. It's been like, listen, look, I've reached an age where, yes, okay, this is something that's within my. I'm already mature enough to be able to cope with that and stuff like that. So that part of it is not easy, but it was definitely helped. Definitely helped. So again, I can't imagine that thing of, having to pick that up and become mom overnight and then still come to work because I stress you about it and stuff. And, you got a job to do.
Yes.
And stuff like that and try to understand it and stuff like that. But no, so as I say, kudos to you as well. All right, and then we come to Madame, the mom to Gen Z, mom to Gen Z. So I mean, like, are you tempted to move to Ogun State?
Actually, I actually grew up in Ogun State when I was small. Then I moved to Lagos. I think around when I was 9 or 10 thereabout. I can't really remember, but. Right now, at this moment, I don't know or exactly if I want to really go back to Ogun State.
Okay. Do you like Lagos?
Oh, I do, but even though the stress comes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a buzz here.
Sorry, there's a thing online that says if you like Lagos, then you must love toxic relationships.
Oh my god!
Wow! I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
People like us that they give it and we were born and brought up in Lagos.
Lagos is growing on me. So.
You see.
Yeah. It does. It gives you what you call it. I think it tests you.
Yeah.
It tests you, and there's a
test your patience, most especially.
And it does, and it's that sort of. I think you can survive anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, right.
Drop you anywhere else in the world, and
once you just have the OT, you're good to go.
Yeah. So what's it like playing mum to a 19-year-old?
It's not easy anyway because I have to still take care of myself. I'm still young. I still need that parenting love. Still need someone to take care of me, but I still have to be there for her because. There's no one to take care of her. I have to be there, help her when she needs something, assist her with anything, like show that love she needs. Because when she was young, when my mom died, she was around that 4, so she didn't really get that motherly love that much. So I have to be there to assist her, show her that love. Even though we fight every day, almost every day, we do fight.
How much older than you?
Why you go to fight with Gen Z? You don't like your life?
How much older are you? How many years are you older than her?
I'm 24.
Okay, so 5 years older than her. Okay.
So
That means you were the oldest.
Gen Z.
A B, Gen Z, very chaotic. Oh my God, very chaotic.
Yeah, you guys are. But again, and sorry, I think this is that with each generation. I mean, my belief is this is to each generation they believe their problem is the worst.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and I know that even with my generation, we will talk about listen, look. Oh, in my day and stuff like that, and and I think it happens. I think there's that saying, there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah,
it is, and we've all gone through it. Yes, you guys. I think there's a benefit now to people accepting I always say if someone's physically injured, you see them cut. Go out. You can see that. You actually see manifestation of it, and it's very easy to identify. But when somebody's struggling with something mental, that it's not, you can't see it, and so it doesn't feel as real.
Yeah.
And I always sort of said, I remember reading I say, look, from the age of 9, that's where I grew up and all that kind of stuff, and self-sufficient, and that's it, and stuff like that. And grew up in English public English boarding school, back in the days when it wasn't cool to be black, and all that kind of stuff. So you just dealt with it, and so the mental part of it wasn't anything. It was like, listen, you just deal with it, you move on. I was reading a book where somebody, and I think that was the part where it sort of clicked, was the realization that it actually feels physical. It really feels like a real physical thing. And I think that's the thing. So I think that's where the Gen Z generation is much better at, is the fact that, listen, look, we've accepted and we understand now. I don't think we're getting there. Yeah. I think in the West they've gotten there. I don't think Africa, Nigeria in particular, not particularly, but Nigeria has fully gotten there yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, because there's still that sort of, is it your village people doing you or whatever it is? which is the thing, and just like shake it off, go and fast and go and and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still think so that's a really, really good thing that's coming up and out. Flip side, do you guys use it? Are you guys a weak generation?
Very new to lose answer.
I know I think we haven't got a lot of time left, and we haven't talked tech. Okay, so we justify paying the bill. All right, no, because it's not. Because I just think that what I like about, and I keep thinking about this podcast, and although we're talking about tech, I want to talk about interesting conversations.
Yeah. And
I hope that that's the thing. I found this really interesting. It's interesting to be able to connect on a level that we wouldn't have done at work.
Sure.
And I mean, I have to say thank you for sharing this, the vulnerability and stuff, and just putting yourselves out there. I'm ever grateful. I hope I haven't bullied, because I know that because what guys might not understand is the relationship that I'm the boss, and so me asking the question and going, and when I'm saying, oh, I'm going to ask you this, but if you don't want to answer, don't answer. But at the same time, it's the boss asking you that, and you're then thinking that, payday's in 2 days' time, all that kind of stuff, and it is, and I hope it hasn't been like that. So
no,
I really don't. I really hope not. But I just found this really interesting. I think we'll do the tech thing some other time. But guys, I'm honestly, and this is like, I mean, I can't speak enough to say how humbled I am by the experiences. And it's like, how they say that walk a mile in someone's shoes, you never know what each person's going through, and stuff like that. And then I think this just reminds us, it does remind us that, listen, look, each person is going through their own journey, their own hardships and stuff, and just be nice, just to accept and understand that. And that's one of the things, so I'm not turning this into a monologue for the last 5 minutes and stuff. So I was reading a book by the book that was done by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and they're talking about happiness. And Desmond Tutu was like, if you guys, okay, so I'm gonna check, and You all know who Desmond Tutu is.
Yeah, I've heard his name.
Yeah, okay. He was basically like he's died, he's dead. He was a very famous South African. I would call him a priest. I mean, but it doesn't say enough about what he was sort of really instrumental with regards to apartheid and the reconciliation, all that kind of stuff. And so you're talking about the happiness, and he was somebody who, as a priest, was saying something like, when he gets into a car, he loses all that sort of like spirituality, and he's angry. And what he had to do was to understand that, listen, I don't know what that person is going through. I don't know why he's had to speed past me. Because it could be that he's got to get to hospital quickly and that kind of stuff. And you don't know. I mean, that kind of stuff. So, and that was a real thing for me, was understanding it about like, you don't know. You don't know why the person you walked through today didn't say hello. But you don't know whether there's something that just happened to them and all that kind of stuff. But in your world, the most important thing is like, oh my God, they didn't say hello to me without realizing that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what you call it? So thank you guys very, very much for this. But parting thoughts, okay? And I don't know if this is fair or if it's doable in a short piece of time. What gives you happiness? Because I believe very much every night I'd find 5 things I was grateful for. What gives you happiness?
Music, my loved ones. I can still hear.
I thought people said food with you, but sorry, I had to throw that in. So music, okay, all right.
My loved ones, I can still know they're still alive. Basically, just I still have my father with me, that is still healthy. I still have a parent that I can call anytime, that is healthy and strong. Even though we don't see once a month, he's still strong. Yeah.
All right.
Food, good food, my siblings, my family, and movies.
Well, like I said, I'm finding myself, apart from my little brother and my family. So, I mean, I do have some things that I use to escape reality, but I wouldn't really say they bring me happiness, like happy, like real, true happiness. I mean, there's watching movies.
Okay. So it's escape. Escape. Okay. Okay. Tolu, you asked the question, so give an answer. Honestly, every single day I find 5 things. I find 5 things to be grateful for. I believe happiness is not a destination. I think I think it's a constant. So as I learn, I mean, like I go through periods where, something happens and I'm a warrior. I've realized over time that I'm a warrior, and stuff like that. But I work hard at that thing of finding just every day 5 things I'm grateful for. So the happiness for me is understanding.
Cool.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, true.
That's it. Don't forget with ice. A lot of ice. Good food. No, I think it's, and you've actually, that's it. Thank you. It's moments. Happiness is moments of joy of everything. The day before was compliments about the agency, and hearing a client say that she was telling somebody about, and she says she does not give recommendations for agencies, but she's really happy to recommend us.
Oh,
yeah,
That's sweet.
So it's moments for me, and then understanding that there's good and there's bad, and this too will pass. So that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, I've usurped, and everybody who dialed in for tech will have to dial in for
completely took over my job.
another time. But
no
I'll let you sign off. Yeah.
Oh god, I feel like this has been quite an emotional episode, even though I feel like we were trying to like just not shed a tear or two.
I was waiting for tears. I was expecting it. I was expecting it.
I'm never going to do that on live TV.
I'm not going to.
No, I thought Halima at one point was getting close, but no, I thought she held it too well. Okay.
She has a natural,
you guys, sorry.
Face,
please, for anything, if you've never watched the video, just check our social media to see Halima's resting sad face. Just how you have to do it. She's actually smiling now, and it's like, really, it's like, what? And The teeth. There's a smile that's actually been out of the teeth. It's amazing. So yeah, no, but yes. Sorry.
So yeah, well, we have come to the end of this episode that was not tech, even though it was intended to be tech. And take whatever lessons you want to learn from here. We don't have any lessons to give you, but just take whatever. And we hope you enjoyed this session as much as we did. And thank you very much. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, DBA_podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And this is the latest tech podcast ever, the Don't Be Afraid podcast.
Is it tech podcast or is it just talk podcast? Oh no, she's putting her hand up to ask something.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. I think you put your hand up to make a point.
It started as tech.
Okay, yeah, so tech. Sorry.
Yeah, so tech. But we can put brackets talk podcast. So it has a two in it. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you. It's been lovely this episode. Okay. Thank you guys.
Get closer, Halima. Come closer to the mic.
Come closer to the
microphone. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
It's been good.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Right.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.